everybody. It's March 2nd. I think this is our 11th day.
I think so.
Yeah, we arrived at Dix Creek Gap yesterday, soaking wet, and we went into Top of Georgia Hostel, hung out there with for a while with some of our friends, and then we got a shuttle down to Henson Cove and Cabin, Bed and Breakfast. I'll put it down below. They were great. What a great stay. Beautiful cabin. They fed us fantastic. Jan got a full gluten-free breakfast. They
were wonderful. They took care of my needs.
Yeah. Then they shuttled us into town. We have a 5-day resupply. We hope to be in Franklin, North Carolina in 4, right? And what about the weather?
Today, we're hoping to make it to the line of North Carolina and Georgia.
Yeah.
So we have about 8 miles to go. And
the weather?
Weather is gorgeous. It's
perfect hiking weather. It's cold, crisp kind of weather, a little windy. We can deal with that because it's not, what is it not?
Raining.
And it's not foggy. Ciao. I hope you can make this out. People a lot of times wonder why we like hiking this time of year. It's because we can see the ridge lines and the mountain lines. It's been a beautiful hike up here. It was a cold, kind of a cool, cold breeze coming over the top of the ridge, but we were on the leeward side, so it was beautiful. We're actually glad to get up here because we just shed about 2 layers as we sweated up. It's more down branches, but yeah, that was a long climb up. Beautiful. It was. We did it. Good way to start the day.
Excellent. We
realized we have made the error that's made by YouTube hikers, is you only video blog or blog when you're on easy trail, so it makes the whole Appalachian Trail look like that. It's because when you're climbing up, you can't, you're really working hard. And when you're climbing down, you're really working hard. And when you're climbing over wet rocks, you're working hard. So please don't think that the Appalachian Trail is 50 feet of soft leaves and pine. It ain't. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've come well past Plum Orchard, and we're pushing on to the hopefully get up to the Georgia-North Carolina border, which is going to give us a more than 8-mile day, right, Jen? Yep, more than 8-mile day. Which is good considering we didn't get started till 10, but it just became really nice. We've been on the edge of the mountain on one loop side. It's almost warm when you're out of the wind, and when you come back into the wind, it cools you right off. So we're moving on, and hopefully we're going to spend the night real close to the North Carolina-Georgia border. Good morning, everybody. This is Plodalong, Grandma Shorty, and we're coming to you from North Carolina. How's it feel in North Carolina?
It's cold in
Cold.
North Carolina, but it's not raining.
raining in North Carolina, so we're pretty happy. The border of the North Carolina border is just down there, and we crossed that last night, and the winds coming over this ridge here were brutal. You could not have set a tent up in it. So we ended up having to camp on the downside, which we felt bad about. But no, this is the crookedest tree. They say, I guess, the crooked tree. It's seen in almost every trail video, and it was so windy. The crooked tree is missing a branch up there. Yeah, they got a blaze on it. So we're heading north today, of course. That was a stupid thing to say. But boy, that's a pretty view out there, isn't it? Of the mountain out there. We're trying to get maybe another 10 miles. We finished 8 miles yesterday, 8 plus, and that was starting at 10 o'clock. So we're going to try to push on a little higher today. Looking back towards Georgia.
Goodbye, Georgia.
Goodbye, Georgia. We are going to have to go back to Georgia because most of what we saw in Georgia we didn't see. It was foggy. We got a couple of great views, a couple of good days, but it's too pretty of a state not to come back to and check out further. So, goodbye, Georgia, on to North Carolina.
See you later.
Okay, so it's weird to post a picture of a dead animal, but I'd never seen an armadillo, dead or alive, so I thought it was pretty interesting.
In case it wasn't immediately obvious, it was our first sub-freezing night, 27 with about 30-mile-an-hour winds. It was cold, windy. We didn't have a great place to pitch our tent, so we're on a hill, but we stayed warm all in all. Today the wind has died down, so really glad we didn't do this climb and this ridge yesterday afternoon when we were dog tired and the winds were absolutely howling. So if it was, I can't guess, I'm saying it was plus 40 mile-an-hour winds here. It's a windy spot. You can probably tell that by the down trees. That's looking, I believe, to be north, and that's looking south. And North Carolina welcomes you with a fine how do you do. Are you warm enough yet?
I'm getting there. I gotta walk a little more still.
Yeah. We're about maybe 2 mile 3/4 into North Carolina, and this may be the prettiest view we've had so far in our hike. I'm not sure if you can see out in the middle. I think you can. Up there, the lake, I believe that's that lake that wraps all the way in through Hiawassee. I mean, I could be wrong. What do I know? I'm from Massachusetts. All I know is that is beautiful. Unlimited visibility, roll after trees. I'm excited. What can we tell you? This is a climb. I'm gonna have to check our elevation where we are. We've been going up since we got on the trail this morning, and it's been worth every second.
One of the things we never get tired of looking at is where the water that was sunk down into the trail freezes up overnight and pushes up in these beautiful ribbons of ice. We see them along the trail all over the place, and sometimes the sun catches them and they really become magical. This kind of taught Grandma Shortie to look at the sign she's posing beside. After I took the picture, she read the sign. She wasn't too happy.
Not sure if you can make this out, but we'll try. This has been a whole different kind of day because a lot of the runoff areas are still not so cold that they get ice. I can see up here maybe the white area. I'm going to put my pole. So you have to be, well, first we were worrying about mud causing us to slip. Now we got to be aware that some of these wet places are icy. So it's been fun. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful. It's warm in the sun, but if you get on the shade or the windward side, it gets downright chilly. But this is what we were expecting when we came out early. Now, coming along the trail here, heading to Standing Indian Shelter. And this is a very fresh down tree blocking the trail, so we're going to have to scamper under it. And that's what trail crews do. They'll come out here and have this removed in no time. But for now, we got to get through. We're at Deep Gap now, and we got to go back up, start to climb up Standing Indian Mountain. We're going to go about 1 mile up and see what that shelter looks like. It's 1:35, so that may well be our day, hey?